Hello and welcome to Meaningful Mondays with me, Rashmi Shetty, a space where I share my life lessons. And today's is based on a movie that's trending on social media, Jai Bhim. Surya, the actor producer of the film, plays the role of lawyer Chandru, an inspiring story of how this activist lawyer fights an entire system, especially the police, and turns the case completely in favor of the tribal woman. It's an amazing watch. As a fan of Surya, I've noticed the pandemic brought out a very different person in him, whether as an actor or as a producer. A production house that he started with his wife Jyotika has brought some amazing content driven films, and that was the purpose behind starting their production house. They were very clear that they are going to support content driven films. In spite of being criticized for having presented serious movies which are very preachy, both of them stuck their guns and went ahead and did the films. Another gift from them is Jai Bhim. As I watched the film, to notice that this story is based on a real life incident which happened in the Madras High Court in 1993, it was amazing to see how a real life person can fight a system. That made me intrigued about lawyer Chandru, who later went on to become Justice Chandru. Reading about him, I saw that he was appointed as a judge to Madras High Court by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and to his credit has dispensing 96,000 cases in a record 7 years. A person who very strongly believes that it is important for lawyers to understand that they are in a service and therefore cannot get into protests and keep the courts closed. As a youngster who led a lot of protests, he says that yes, I am a rebel, I have led a lot of protests, but I have made sure that because of the protest, the court has never closed. Because as a lawyer, it's my duty to serve my clients. A very curious youngster at the age of 16, 17, wanting to know about why the tribals and the oppressed class were so treated so differently by the rest in society, he asked a lot of questions. And this led him to find out what is our legal system and ended up with him taking law as his career choice. A passionate lawyer, and his cause was very clear to him even before he set out on that journey. A change maker, a disruptor. He is a man who knew why he took the journey. There are many instances in his life, he says, though the film just focused on one case because it was a landmark case of Chennai High Court. He had done this case, forgotten, and moved ahead. But what the actor and director and producer have done with the film is they've made it a social message. It's amazing how, when you believe in something, you can be that much powerful. So, my life lessons from watching the movie, the producer Jyotika and Surya, and Justice Chandru himself is when you believe in a cause, stick by it, come what may. The second one, stick by it, but don't be so emotionally attached that you miss out on nuances of clues. Because if he was not objective, he wouldn't have been able to see some of the clues that were left behind. So stay with the cause, passionately fight for the cause, but learn to be objective as well. Because when you're objective, it helps you big time. And the most important life lesson, when you're fighting something, understand the framework of how things around that cause fight and react. So, staying within the legal framework helped him big time to do it the right way. Find the ploys and the understanding of how the legal system works to get people to do what is right and what is rightfully theirs. An amazing three lessons that I took away. If you have a calling, if you find a passion, if you believe in something, just go behind it completely. Go behind it, but remain objective because emotions can sway you in different directions. And very good to have a cause and to fight it objectively. But remember, if you are going to fight it, you need to know the system well enough. And doing it legally within the framework can always find meaning to your cause and get the due to the people who deserve it. Have you watched the film? What have your takeaways been? I'd love to know. And if you haven't, I strongly recommend watch it. It's worth your time. Have a meaningful, purposeful week ahead. Stay safe, stay blessed.